Hello, hello. Tidbits from the Love Notes. How you doing? Glad to check in with you today, as always. You know it. I'm always excited about getting with y'all. Well, let me say, we shared about the importance of praying. We talked about that a little ways back, giving rest to our precious souls. And I didn't say that much about the soul, but you know, our soul is beyond our physical being. Did you know that our soul is beyond our physical bodies? Our soul is our inner nature. It's who we are. It's our it's our core. Our soul is our core, our inner spirit, and it's so important. And we shared about that, about getting rest for that, and through prayer, and um, and also um, and I want to say that it comes from Matthew 11 about the importance of prayer to our inner soul, that we get rest from that. And we talked about it, but I'm just bringing it forward again just to sort of remind as we move forward. And so we also shared about unsettling things happen. When we talked about that, unsettling things happen. And if unsettling things happen and we're living a righteous life, God gives us the strength to handle it. But oh well, when we're not living right and unsettling things happen, we know what happens. The consequences are dire, you know? And so we need that God strength, and we need to be believers so that we will have that strength, that we will get that gift that comes from love God. And so we got to be intentional, though, about our commitment to love God. We do. We have to be all about it in our prayer life and our doing right, because we know right is right. We know it's right. And we got to be intentional about doing right when we know it's right. We can't know about it and then do the opposite, you know? We got to be intentional and give and love. We got to do it. We got to give and we got to love. Everyday story for me, I've been doing outreach for a long time. Uh, I was doing it just on the platform of a family, just doing it without a name other than just love. You know, it was called Friday Love. It's just love, love of God, you know. And so basically, now it's still going on. And the names have changed a little bit, but it's still love. It's still about love. It hasn't changed in that way. The word love has not changed because love is God. And so basically, the platforming has been going on a nice organization in our community that embrace love. And so basically, um, I shared that with the group, you know, that I had read Malachi 3, 7 to 12, which talked about when you're really about love, you know, or what you're about. If you're about love and God, you really have to be intentional about your initiative. I mean, you can't be about something and then you don't do anything. You just say, oh, this is so nice, but you do nothing, because love is action. You know, it really is. You got to do. If you're really about something, you got to do. So I'm trying to tell this story now, this everyday story. And I don't want to get too far off track because I'm trying to keep it as short as I can. So, so this outreach, you know, the group really likes the outreach. It goes out to community leaders, people that are needy, people that are suffering, people that are commemorating certain special days, people that are ill, you know, have health problems, people who have lost people, all kinds of ways this outreach goes out. And the organization really loved it, you know. And the outreach goes out to leaders, and they love it too. But God put it upon my heart to say something about to the organization about their intentionality, you know, about the love initiative. If you're about the love initiative, you got to do something. You know, you either got to give to it, give suggestions, you got to give your time, you got to give whatever you can to something you're about, because being about it and loving it requires some action, and not just me and my action, because it's just got to be more. One person can't do it all, and you've got to support your initiative. So this book of Malachi really brought it to me, to reminding me and to remind them how important it was to do this. And they got it. They did get it, and they started giving some support. And so that was a great situation for me, that everyday story, that actually happened, that through reading Malachi and the importance of supporting love, if it's your initiative, then put forward something towards it, do the action in some way. So that was so important to share with them, and that they got it. That was wonderful. And so basically, I'm going to say this. What we have to do is, if we're about love God, we got to put love God first. We got to put love God first. We got to try to stay humble And we have to keep growing spiritually. We have to do that through being around God-centered people, doing either listening to or going to God-centered services, and reading scriptures. We've got to do that, you know? And then we're able, with the spirit that we embrace from these places where we take in things, we can share with our neighbors and get closer to them, because that's part of the initiative of love. Love our neighbors. We got to do that. And then we got to love our classmates, love our teammates, love our children, and love our partners more, because we get closer. Our spirit grows. Our spirit grows, and we're not showing off or anything. We're very humble, and we just feel the growth of our spirit, and we just continue to grow. And you know what happens? We get better. We get better and better as a person. So we've got to be intentional about our initiatives to love as God loves us. All right, tidbits from the love notes. I hope everybody is staying healthy and eating well, and eating low fat things, and lean meats, and lots of fruits and vegetables, even if they're canned. Read the label on it to make sure it doesn't have a lot of added things, like a lot of sugar and stuff. Just things in natural juices. It's okay if it's canned. And drinking lots of water. Remember I said the body's 2/3 water, so we got to drink a lot. Yeah, because we're almost all water. We got to do it, and it washes everything through. And when we eat good, we have good eliminations, and we feel great. And yeah, it all has to do with it's what we take in, how we help others. All those things count, and how we move our bodies and work them. So we got to do all that stuff. I told you I'm almost 100, so I'm doing it. So it's working for me. So let me be your model if that helps. Okay, so tidbits from the love notes. Take care till we talk again. Love ya.